Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm that spiritual goddess, and this reading is for my Sagittarius. And this one is all about what your angels want you to know, okay? And now for this reading, okay, for my Sagittarius, I actually had two cards pop out for you as like the theme for the reading. So I'll go ahead and I'll just dive right into them for you. So the first one that came out was learning experience. And the second one that came out for you is opportunity and change. So now learning experience is all about you've gone through a lot of experiences. Some of them may have been great, and then some of them may not have been so great. But all of those experiences that you have gone through have all been learning experiences. They have all grown and shaped you in some way, shape, or form. Okay, but it's to remind you that it's like when you look back at some of these experiences, don't look back at them with resentments or, a waste of time. Look at them as periods of growth, periods of you evolved, you shed old layers of your skin and you transformed into like this new incredible being, okay? And now with the opportunity and change, it's all about brand new opportunities that are going to be presented to you, okay? It's going to be a time of change, but it's going to be a beautiful change as long as you allow it to be so. As long as you get out of your own way and you don't self-sabotage yourself, okay? This could be an absolutely phenomenal time for you. Now, moving down into these cards, these will get a little bit more into depth as to, the learning experience and the opportunities and changes you got coming on. We have the Four of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Star. And now I do always use the bottom card of the deck because it just correlates with the reading, and I've always found that it serves its purpose. So for Sagittarius, we got release, okay? So now the first thing that I want to talk about is, especially when it comes to the learning experience, okay? The first thing I'll touch on is the Four of Swords, okay? With the learning experience, it's telling you with this Four of Swords, yes, Four of Swords does talk about it being a time for rest, relaxation, kind of regrouping and getting yourself together. But it also talks about, meditating and really a time of self-reflecting, okay? And maybe with these learning experiences, it's, the universe is telling you, like, maybe now's a good time to take the time to look back at some of these experiences and really figure out what it is that you learned from it. Did you learn anything from any of these experiences? Like, did you ever take the time to really go back, and of course not every experiences, but the big ones, the significant ones, the ones that impacted you on some level, okay? Have you ever really gone back and revisited those experiences and took what it is that you were supposed to take from that experience? Like, have you ever truly learned a lesson from an experience? Like, can you go back to a single experience and be like, well, the lesson I learned from that was this. And then with this experience, the lesson I learned from that, it's like sometimes we'll go through some traumatic shit, but we're not learning the lesson behind it. The only thing that we're focusing on is how traumatic, or sad or devastating the experience was, but not necessarily the lesson and why we needed to go through what we went through, okay? And when it comes to the Four of Swords, as far as opportunity and change, this could very well be talking about, before you take any big giant leaps, or you start really investing into anything, that make sure you're taking the time to think, does this line up with my morals and my values? Is this something that I can see myself doing, 5-10 years down the line, and I'm still going to be just as happy as the day that I started? It's making sure that you take time to really rest and sleep on some of these moves that you might be considering making, so that way that you're making the right ones because you're in the right shape of mind and you're of clear mind, sound mind, because you're rested and you're relaxed and you've had the time to really reflect on these changes, or this new opportunity that may or may not present itself or has presented itself. But the other thing with the Four of Swords is it talks about you being mentally exhausted, okay? Like you need to catch a break. Like you got to find time to take time for yourself, okay? And it also talks about you needing more sleep, okay? Get your rest. Do what you need to do to get some sleep. Drink your tea. There's sleepy time tea. Take melatonin if that's what you need to do. Have a drinky drink if that's what you need to do. But make sure that you're taking the time to really have some alone time so you're not so exhausted, and make sure you're finding ways to get that sleep in, okay? And now with this Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is very compassionate, someone very accomplished, a very charismatic individual, okay? And also very grounded, very stable. Um, Now, this could be talking about you. This could be talking about somebody that you've learned an experience from. This could be talking about somebody that's going to come in with an opportunity, or someone that's going to come in and change your life. Take this for how this comes for you. But the Knight of Wands also symbolize the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles also symbolizes a time of great success, okay? It's like you got that Midas touch. Whatever you touch turns to gold. It's fantastic. You got money. You're financially secure. It's like a very prosperous time for you. Okay, this could be you having the support of like your parents, your spouse, your family member, your friends. Um, but it also symbolizes that like you're a good person to work for. So if you own a business, you're self-employed and you got people working under you, it's like, you're compassionate, you're sweet, you're charismatic, you're very grounded, like you don't lose your shit very easily, and it's like you're a very good person to work for. Like you're not a bad boss, you're a good boss. And moving on to the Star, okay? The Star, a beautiful card, talks about having faith that the future is going to be bright, okay? Your dreams will absolutely come true. This is all about positive changes that literally bring an end to all of the challenging times, like all of the crazy shit, the madness, everything that you've been going through. Like it's coming to an end, okay? There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's gonna get better, okay? You gotta have the faith in the universe, though, that it's gonna happen for you, okay? Keep that faith. And now with this bottom card, okay, with this release card, it just further clarifies the Star card, and where it's endings that lead to brand new beautiful beginnings, okay? It's the need to release either situations or people that are holding you back on some level, okay? Again, take this is a general reading, so take that for how that resonates with you. But what this release card too also talks about is spiritual transformation, okay? You waking up, you coming to, grips in terms with your ability, your magic, your light, okay? It's a spiritual transformation. It's a beautiful card. Now, moving on to your advice card, I gotta just say two things. You've got the Star twice, because now for your advice bonus card, you got stars. Okay, so you got the Star here, and then stars here. So, I mean, Sagittarius is shining bright like a diamond right now. All right. So, stars says you can manifest your every wish. So, again, learning experiences. It's like, planning for a better future, manifesting what you want your life to look like, taking all of that happiness, that hope, that gratefulness, that gratitude. And it's like, putting all of that and sending those beautiful intentions out there. And it's like, all right, I've lived, I've learned, and now I want peace, okay? I'm ready for new opportunities. I'm ready for some beautiful new changes, okay? I'm ready to have the faith in the universe that everything's going to line up for me, because that's what's meant for. All of these challenging times are now in my past, okay? Because I am compassionate. I deserve that back. I'm very accomplished. I'm very charismatic. I'm a very grounded, fair, stable individual, okay? So it's going to be a time of great success and financial security for you. Just make sure you're taking the time to rest, okay? So you're not so mentally exhausted, and making sure that before you dive into anything, take the time to weigh the pros and cons and kind of meditate on it, and make sure that it is the best move for you, okay? But this is what I got for Sagittarius. I hope it resonates with you. Again, general reading. Take what you take, leave what you leave. If it doesn't resonate at all, hopefully the next one will. But until then, I will talk to you later. Bye.